I will be having a conversation with the author JL Campbell. My guest will be joining in the next 10 minutes or so. This is what I hope to be the first of many book chat sessions where authors join me and we'll talk about books. We'll talk about all things book related. If you're an author, we can talk about your back catalogue, your latest work, anything that is of interest to you. It's an opportunity to engage with people who are interested in reading. If we've got any authors or bookworms, then give me a wave, give me a shout out, and tell me what you're reading at the moment. And I will share the same with you. If you're an author, then in the comments, tell us what you're currently working on. Tell us what your next project is, and DM me if you want to form part of this conversation and join one of my book chats. This is a new thing that I've started, inviting authors along to join in a conversation, have a conversation about their work, about what they're working on, or just to have a general chat. It doesn't all have to be just about books. There are some people who say that there's more to life than books, more to life than reading. Yeah, I'd like them to show me what that might be. So as a bookworm myself, yeah, they say there's more to life than reading, there's more to life than books. I don't know. I'm yet to be convinced. Tell me, what are you reading at the moment? What's it called? What's the genre? And how are you finding it so far? Just leave a comment. If you're an author, what are you working on? And what was your last release? And how is it doing? Let us know. At the moment, I am reading a book called Love Song Take Two, a former rock star romance. And a former rock star holiday romance. And it's written by Anna P. It's got some really good reviews on Goodreads. And I started it not so long ago, but then I had to put it on hold for a bit because I got caught up in all kinds of things. But I've picked it up again. And I have to say that I'm enjoying it. It was with regret that I had to pause reading it for a little while. But yeah, so this is the blurb for Love Song Take Two. The blurb says, Micah George doesn't date. Between single-handedly raising a teenage daughter, supporting her speech therapy clients, and getting through the week with her sanity intact, dating is the very last thing on her radar. And that's not going to change, not even with the not so subtle hints from her friends that she needs to get back out there. So for those who've just joined, this is the blurb for the book that I'm currently reading, which is called Love Song Take Two by Anna P. So Micah has everything she needs. There was a time when Fletcher Kelly was a household name. Being a member of an award-winning rock band will do that, as well as being named Drummer of the Year 6 years in a row. Nowadays, he's a divorced former rock star who runs his late uncle's music shop and dons a Santa costume every December. And he's certainly not looking for his special someone. You see where this story is going, don't you? Neither Fletcher or Micah have forgotten their hot night from 16 years before, but they've definitely moved forward with their lives until fate, in the form of a tone-deaf teenager, brings Micah and Fletcher together, and ignored feelings bubble back to the surface. This is a second chance romance story. which was published in 2024. It's called Love Song Take Two, a former rock star holiday romance. I'm maybe a third of the way through reading it, maybe about a third of the way through reading it. And so far, I'm enjoying it. It's an enjoyable read. Anna P has written a couple of books. And yeah, I think that I may actually add some of her books to my to be read list because I am enjoying this story so far. I think it's quite a fun read. It's definitely in the rom-com genre. Definitely one that I would recommend, even though I'm not finished reading it yet. But it is one that I would recommend. Love Song Take Two by Anna P. Right, so as I was saying, I have a guest who will be joining shortly. She is an author of several novels. So for those of you who are here, you love a good read, and you're looking for your next read, then I would say go online and look up the author JL Campbell. She has written a number of novels. One that I've read, a couple are in my TBR list. Just go and look her up. She'll be joining shortly and we'll be talking about some of her work. Just go and look her up and see if any of the stories that she's written today take your fancy. I think she's quite talented, hence my invitation for her to join my book chat here. She will be joining shortly. We will be talking about reading, we'll be talking about books, we'll be talking about life as an author. And yeah, I think she is definitely an author that you should go and check out if you haven't already done so. She'll be joining the chat imminently. Yep, I can see her coming into the room, so just waiting for her to come in.
Yes, ma'am. You're up.
You have the patience of a saint. You've done a long, hard day. You've done a long, hard day, and you let this woman all the way from across the pond come bother you.
No, I wouldn't say no. No, not at all. The term bother.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so pleased that you're able to join my book chat. How have you been? How's your day been?
Thanks for having me. It's a full day. I work in sports. But you think it's a walk in the park. It isn't. It is
Okay, so do you work with adults or with young adults, with big people? Who do you work with these sports?
it's adults mainly. Because our
Okay.
teams are like adults. We provide service to adults really, but we do have youngsters as well. Got it's mainly adults that I work with.
Okay, okay. And in between doing that, you find time to write.
Yeah. Actually, I am not as good as I used to be.
Okay.
I'm not as good as I used to be. Sorry, pardon me. I've touched something here now that I don't know. Okay, fine. We're good. We're good again.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question for me, please? Kind of.
Now I said, so you find the time to write in between doing a full-time job. You find time to write because you've got quite a few novels under your belt.
Yes. Well, in the early days, I used to before I was published. I had a lot of time to write, and I used to write before work. I used to write at lunchtime. I used to write,
Okay.
and that has kind of helped me in that it gave me like a stash of stuff that I had, yes, so that when I was submitting, there was always something in the back that I could rely on to have ready what I was trying to do.
Joy, we got a bit of background noise there. Is it windy where you are?
No, that's my fan. We live in Jamaica. So it's always boiling hot.
Oh, is the yes, I know, I know.
From a hurricane, it's still hot.
Yes, 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 I know. I lived in Jamaica for 9 years. I remember it well.
No, I should have a sheen as well. I should have a sheen or sweat.
Yes. No, it's a glow. It's a lovely glow.
That. I like that. I like.
So I read one of your books this year.
Mhm.
The part one of Don't Get Mad, Get Even.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed those stories. There were a couple that were ooh, um, um, raw,
Mm.
but impactful, I felt. The first story, I thought, oh, the push in the right direction. I liked that. I like that. And I like I'm not going to say too much because anyone who hasn't read it, no spoilers, no spoilers. So for those who love short stories, for those who love anthologies, definitely check out Joy's Don't Get Mad, Get Even series. I've only read one. I read the first one. I haven't read the second one yet. But I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed those. When did you write those? When were those published?
Way back when. I think
Okay.
I published those in 2011 when I first heard about self-publishing, because
Yeah.
by then I'd had two books published, and it was a little disappointing. They tell you that you're to start your own social media gang or whatever. You're to be on every platform. You are to
Yes.
name, and I did all of that, and still
Yes.
the sales were not great. And so I said, you know what, let me try the self-publishing thing. It's new,
Yes.
said that, it will become a thing. So
Yes.
ventured in with that, with that collection of books.
Yes. Okay. Anyone who is listening is go online and search for Don't Get Mad, Get Even by JL Campbell. I enjoyed the story so much that I actually did a video. You may not realize, but I actually did a video review of this collection because I did enjoy them. And you have another book which is about a mother's revenge that is in my TBR list, is in my to be read list. Tell me about that one because that one sounds very dark.
Mm. Okay, so it's about it started out about a young lady who came to Jamaica. Her parents are, from Jamaica. She lives in Orlando. She comes to Jamaica for spring break. She
Yeah.
comes with her friends, and they do her wrong. And
So this
her
is Flames of Wrath. Yes.
mother, who's a cybersecurity expert,
Right.
third, he's not satisfied with. She blames one of the young lady's friends, and she realizes that she's not getting anywhere with the police. So she decides to take things into her own hands, and let me tell you, it's havoc, all sorts of havoc.
And is it all set in Jamaica or is it multi? national.
No, the assault took place in Jamaica at a villa, and
Right.
then they home to Orlando. And but the people who committed the assault also live in Orlando. And
Okay.
so when she goes home, the mother decides that, hey, I'm not getting any justice and I'm going to use the skills that I have. And she, one by one, yeah, she does what she has to do.
Okay, so this sounds very much like a Punisher type story. There's a film called The Punisher.
Mm.
Um, it's been remade recently, but the version that I saw starred Thomas Janes and John Travolta as the bad guy, and Thomas Janes as the person who set out to avenge his family who was murdered by John Travolta's mobsters.
I'm going to write that down.
So the Punisher. So it sounds very much in that territory. I have to say I do love a revenge story.
You do?
I do very much love a revenge story, whether it's a film or a book. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why when I read the blurb, it's went straight onto my to be read list.
Okay.
So I will definitely get to that in due course, and I'll let you know what I think.
I know. Prepare yourself.
Yeah. So are you working on anything at the moment? Any new novels at the moment?
I have been working on several things. I did another book for that same publisher, Black Odyssey Media. It was another revenge story, actually. Uh,
Mhm.
this this one about a writer who has
Yes.
stolen other people's work over the years, and really big, and she stole from the wrong people. And
Uh-huh.
the daughter of the woman she stole from said
Yes.
that, you're gonna pay for what you have done to my
Mhm.
company. And yeah, she gets her own back at this writer. That one is coming
Mhm.
out in 2026. Think end
Okay.
of Yeah, so that's the end of May. That's called Murder by the Book.
Murder by the Book. That
Yes.
sounds very Agatha Christie. Murder by the Book. Okay. I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out for that. Um, so do you do a lot of interviews, public appearances to promote your books?
You know, I have not done anything in about 2 years.
Right.
I haven't done anything in about 2 years. It could be more because since COVID, I have just not. Yeah. And with what's happening in the United States recently, I have not I've not been. Yeah, the one I had this year, I'm not gonna go. I may go next year. But really and truly, I should be doing more considering that there's Zoom and we have all of this technology. But I have
Yeah.
not recent times I have not been doing any interviews as such. But I like to play with graphics. So
Ah, do you now? Okay, okay. You're an artist. You're a visual artist as well.
not really. I just love playing with graphics.
Okay.
That's the extent
Okay. Okay.
of it.
And you love your garden as well, because one of the things about you that caught my eye is your pictures about when there's new plants in bloom, when you take those beautiful pictures. That's one of the things that caught my eye.
Right. But can I tell you, I don't do a lot of gardening these days. In between like and in between writing and so on, I don't do a lot. My husband, kind of does the grunt work.
Yes.
But it because of where we live, Jamaica, something is always in bloom.
That's great. Yes.
My office is at the golf club. So get home and there's just a lot of ground to cover. And these events always pop up and catch my eyes, you know?
Yes. Yes. So whereabouts in Jamaica are you? What parish?
St. Catherine. I live in Portmore, Greater Portmore,
Ah, okay, okay, okay. I have friends in Portmore.
and I work in Kingston.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, when I was so I went to primary school and some high school in Jamaica back in the day. And my one of my cousins, her name's Jackie, we both, as little kids, we loved gardening. And we used to, when we would walk past a neighbor's garden and we saw a Joseph Coulter or whatever it was, we would go knock on the door to ask if we could take a piece, if we could take a piece. And we were always, we had our little cans and we would fill it up with dirt and we would try our little thing and we had our little patch of garden next to the sugar cane and everything else that was growing. And when I came back to London, I was the disappointment here is that the growing season is very short. The growing season is very short. So from maybe April to September, if you're lucky, into October, you can see colors and you can get new colors and things coming up. But after that, no, not enough sunlight.
No.
It's dark from about 4 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so when you post new photos of something that you've seen pop up, it does make me smile.
And I imagine it took a bit of adjusting when you went to live over there first because you were used to seeing all of this color and you could never and it would catch,
That's it. That's it. Things would catch really easily. We left here when I was 7. And I remember my mother was always planting things in the garden, but I used to watch her but didn't really do anything. And then when we went to Jamaica, that's when I would, get my hands in the dirt and I would plant. I was the one planting the flowers where everybody else was, oh, you have to plant something where you can eat.
Mm.
But no, I wanted something that looks pretty.
Right. I'm a
Um,
actually there.
yes.
We
Yeah, yeah. But it's all part of developing something, isn't it? It's all part of starting something from scratch and having the time to write, I think is such a privilege. And how long have you, Joy, had the time to write something from start to finish? How long has it been since you've had that time? Since you found that time, I should say.
I was writing from way back in high school.
Okay.
And then, I was writing these little romances and I
Oh,
have
yes.
yes, and they were taped together and then I would write these little stories and my classmates would pass them around. I don't know why I stopped writing, but for 20 years I wrote nothing other than it's for meetings and stuff. And then
Mhm.
when I came back into it, actually I wanted to make some money, so I started writing articles. And then a story idea came. Somebody said to me, you should write fiction. And I wrote
Mhm.
a short story. And then
Mhm.
somebody said, you write really good short fiction. You should try a novel. Well, that taught me pretty good because I knew nothing about novel writing and it showed. Yeah.
It's a different discipline, isn't it?
Yes, man. Over the years, though, basically, I've had to make the time because you don't have time. Life,
Yes.
work, raising kids, and so on. You really don't have the time.
Yes.
You have to discipline
Yes.
to really make that time. You treat it as you would like your prayer time or whatever time you choose to the gardening time. Yeah,
Yes.
set aside that time. Otherwise, you get absolutely nothing done.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. No, right. And now here you are. You have several under your belt. I'm just up to two, nearly three.
Look. Okay.
Yeah. I started, like you, I wrote a lot of bits and pieces at school, but never really stuck to it until after COVID. And I thought, if not now, when?
Right.
So I thought, yeah, let's do it. And here we are. And it's been a privilege just joining the bookish community and meeting, finding myself in the orbit, shall we say, of people like yourself, people who've been doing it for a while and who've been doing it well. And so it's really been it's been a privilege, really, to have the chance just to have this conversation with you. So I'm glad that you were able to carve out the time in your very busy day. It's been really great finding the putting my introverted self aside to do things like this, to have conversations like this, and to start going out and about as well. And it's a different world, and I'm really enjoying it. So I've really enjoyed it. It's been enjoyable talking to you this evening for me, this afternoon for you, because you're after your evening hasn't started yet.
Mm. It's like what, 24:37 now here?
Yeah, yeah, and it's 10:37 here. So this is usually the time of the evening where my eyes are starting to close.
A late owl.
I'm up early and in bed. Well, I don't really go to sleep early. I'll go to bed and I'll read for a couple of hours until I fall asleep. But yeah, so it's coming up to my reading time now. Yeah. So what do you normally, last question before you go, what do you normally read? What's your favorite? What's your go-to genre?
For me it's always been romance.
Yeah.
But I read most things. I read so I'm an eclectic reader. I like crime novels. I like papers. I like how-to books. I like
Yes.
anything. I read anything. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't limit myself
Yes.
uh, to what I read. And then when I'm supposed to be writing now, I'm reading craft books. You
Yeah.
know, when I should be focusing, I'm reading craft books. But this is what gave me the love for writing, reading.
Yeah. Yes.
Reading. When I was a child, I was reading stuff that I should not have been reading.
Mhm.
I was reading romance books that were way over my, yeah,
Yeah.
education.
True confessions. True confessions.
Man, yes, man. But those were in the mix too.
I remember those very well. Yes.
Very all sorts of stuff that my mother did not know I was reading.
Yes.
So, and I was reading Charles Dickens. I was reading Andrew
Uh-huh.
P.G. Wodehouse. I read
Yes.
everything and anything. Yeah, that was me. I was that girl. So
Yeah.
it's just it's I think it's just natural that when you read, you kind of develop this love for writing. At least many of us do. Most of us don't,
I believe so.
but many of us do.
Yes. 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 No, that's great. That's great. Well, it has been lovely talking to you, Joy. And I hope we can do it again. Maybe when your Murder by the Book is out. Maybe when Murder by the Book is out, we can have another chat as part of promoting it. How's that?
Okay. Okay, or maybe when you've read Flames of Wrath and you wanted
Oh
you
yes.
what were you thinking? My husband asked me that. What was going through your mind when you wrote this book?
Yeah. Please tell me this is not a true story, is probably what I'm going to say to you.
We get inspiration from everywhere, so yeah, there may be bits and there may be pieces, but I
Yes.
read the whole thing.
And yeah. Okay, I will let you go now. Thank you again for sparing the time. It's been lovely talking to you.
Same here, and thank you so much for having me. And I'm sure we'll be doing it again.
I hope so. I hope so. All right, you stay well.
All right, you too.